What makes a planet a dwarf planet by IAU definition? Imagine trying to categorize the many objects floating around in our solar system. Some are big and clear-cut planets, while others are smaller and more mysterious. So how do scientists decide what makes a planet and what makes it a dwarf planet? Well, the International Astronomical Union, or IAU, has set specific rules to help us understand this. First, the object must orbit the Sun directly. That means it can't be a moon or satellite orbiting a planet or another dwarf planet. It has to go around the Sun on its own path. Second, it needs enough mass for its gravity to pull it into a nearly round shape. This shape is called hydrostatic equilibrium, which just means the object is rounded because of its own gravity. Think of it like a ball. Smaller objects like asteroids are irregularly shaped, but larger ones like dwarf planets are smooth and round. Third, the object has not cleared its neighborhood around its orbit. This is a key point. Unlike the 8 main planets, which have swept away other debris and smaller objects in their path, dwarf planets share their space with other similar-sized objects and debris. They haven't become the dominant body in their orbital zone. And finally, the object must not be a satellite, meaning it cannot be orbiting another planet or dwarf planet. So, in simple words, a dwarf planet is a round object that orbits the Sun, hasn't cleared its neighborhood of other debris, and isn't a moon. Think of Pluto, Eris, and Ceres. They all fit these rules. They are big enough to be round but haven't cleared their space like the planets. This classification helps scientists organize the many different bodies in our solar system and beyond. It also guides space missions and research, showing us which objects are worth exploring for clues about how our solar system formed. By setting these clear rules, the IAU helps us understand the diversity of objects orbiting the Sun. It also makes it easier to talk about these bodies, whether in science, education, or space exploration. So next time you hear about a new object in space, you can ask if it meets these criteria to be called a dwarf planet.